This is Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, live in the RHR studio. Good morning from the RHR studio. This is Ray W2RE. Glad to see everybody in here this morning. Ready to work some DX? Okay. We're ready. How about you? So this morning, before I get started here, I want to talk about a few things that transpired yesterday. Being that we're remoting and we have a youth program, I want to talk a little bit about a new youth that joined the ranks yesterday. And this is what's so great about this hobby. With our technology, our remote technology, any kid under 25 can get on here and operate. Just got to have a general class license or higher. Yesterday, a young man came to me at the age of 17 and said, "My radio broke. I have no way to get on the air. Don't know what the problem is with the radio. I'm not even sure what he had for an antenna. But all I know is radio broke." So I said, "Hey, can you tell me a little bit about your youth program?" I responded to him. I didn't even mention anything. I just said, "Here, you're in. Go play." So what does this young man do? Mason? Let me bring up his picture here. Let me bring up Mason's picture. I thought I had it ready and set to go, and of course I didn't. So I'll just go to my personal page here. I'll bring up his picture. So there's Mason. Mason, I'm sorry for bringing you into the limelight this morning, but I must. Mason, Kilo Mike 4, Sugar India, India. Yesterday, came to me, and this is what he wrote to me in an email. Let me bring it up. Let me read it to you. 17 years old. "Hey, Ray, this is Mason, Kilo Mike 4, Sugar India, India. We've worked a few times recently, once from Maine and once from Haiti, HH2AA. I'm 17 years old and looked into RHR probably a year ago, but the pricing was well out of range of what a teen with limited funds can afford. You probably didn't know we had the youth program. We have it on our website, but, we're the only ones to push our youth program, so it's very possible that nobody in his radio club even told him about the RHR youth program, even though they probably know about it. I just saw your post mentioning the youth program and wondering how it all worked. Keep up the good work. Love the live streams and everything you're contributing to the hobby. P.S. I was a member of the youth team, Papa Japan 2 Yankee, Papa Japan 2 Tango a few years ago. You may have worked me then as well." Basically, I responded to Mason with a username and password. It said, "Go play." Within 15 minutes, this is how quick this works. After he read the welcome letter, we send everybody a welcome letter. He read the welcome letter, and within 15 minutes, he generated this pile up from Haiti. I don't know, he worked like 50 stations in 30 minutes. He went to Haiti, and he played. Think about this. This young man came to me, I don't know, I think it was like 5 o'clock yesterday. I responded to him at 5:30. He was on the air by 6 o'clock. And I don't know, sometime later in the evening, he's operating Haiti. He did go play around on some of the other stations that we grant access to. We don't grant access to all the stations for the Utes. But we grant enough stations where they can have fun. So this young man, Mason, at the age of 17 years old, was able to get on the air yesterday because his radio broke. So that's just some of the things we do here to get young people on the air. And he's going to be, and after listening to him for 10 minutes, I realized that this guy's going to be a pretty good operator, or he already is. I said, hey, you want to be part of our youth contest team? His answer was absolutely yes. Why wouldn't he want to be part of our youth contest team? So this is the cool stuff that took place yesterday from Mason, Kilo Mike 4, Sugar, India, India. Wish I had a little bit bigger of a picture, but that's the best picture I got from him. Looks like he was in front of a station. That may have been the station down there in the Caribbean that he operated from, because that's certainly not his home station. His home station is just a small little transceiver and I think a wire and a tree. But he's a good operator. I remember working him in the past. I remember calls. I don't remember names, but I'm pretty good on remembering call signs. And that call sign's a call sign that you don't forget. Kilo Mike 4, Sugar, India, India. It's a call sign you don't forget. You know when you work that person. So, congratulations to Mason. He's now on the RHR Youth Program. Yes, there's limitations. We can't have them on the air all day long. But I gave him enough usage there to play and have fun. And then he's going to be able to take part in our youth contest team that we're putting together. We're going to have the best youth contest team in the USA. I wish I could take it from all the youth from all the countries, but the way the license regulations are set up, I can't. I can't bring in all the youth from around the world. I wish I could. If I could, I would. But the way the FCC regulations are set up, if you're operating remote, you can operate remote under SEPT. And here's a good one. But you have to physically be in the country. So say you're from Germany and you want to operate our remote stations here in the USA, you have to physically be in our country, the USA. It says boots on the ground. So if you hear anybody operating remote into the United States, they're operating illegally, according to the FCC regulations. But this is absolutely not being policed. I can tell you that right now. So if we were able to get around the regulations, we take youth from all over the world. We'd have to build a huge network of stations for youth. And this is where I'm getting back to the point where I made yesterday or the day before. There's a beautiful opportunity here to do big things for youth and amateur radio. We don't have the funding. We're a for-profit company. We have members that have first dibs on these big stations. We have to have paying customers for us to even have a youth program. So we're a for-profit company, but an organization like the ARRL or any other organization, they're a nonprofit. They're getting millions of dollars in donations. Put it to good use. Put remote stations, 20 of them. Put 20 remote stations in the U.S. for youths. And it's got to be with good software. There's nothing out there better than our software. So it's got to be something that's easy for the young people to use. Ours, you connect right from a web browser. So I just wanted to bring that up this morning. It actually made my day yesterday. So it's good to see everybody in here this morning. Good morning, Chris, Ian, Mark, John, David, Chris, Mohammed. Good morning, MM6KHA. Forgot your name. Please forgive me. Got Jim in here. We're going to work some DX this morning. I don't know what site. Anybody have a suggestion where they want me to operate from? I mean, we have a big list here. We got several stations on the East Coast of the United States. We got New York. We have Atlanta, Georgia. We got Phoenix, Seattle. We got Colorado. We got California here, San Joaquin, California. We got Puerto Rico. I can operate from Puerto Rico. We have Haiti. I can operate from Haiti. And let's see what we have in the lab. Let me see what we have in the lab here. I cannot open the lab. Let's see here. Let me try that one more time. Sometimes this thing gets into a funny state here. Hold on 1 second. Let me close this down. Let me see if this station's available, because this may be a fun one to operate from. We actually have the logger. We actually have the logger working now, so this may actually work if it's available. Let me see if it's available. So let's see if we can get into this station here. I don't know why I can't get in. I wanted to get into Croatia, and we have a bug here. It says other consoles here on the right. I click on Croatia. Oh, there it is. Now I'm in. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to turn the radio on before somebody else grabs it. Actually, you know what? I think I saw a ticket come in here yesterday that this station may actually be down. So I'm gonna pass on that station. I think we had a rotator problem there yesterday. So I'm gonna go back to our universal console here, and let's see what's available here. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for watching. So we have several stations here. If anybody wants me to connect to a particular station, just let me know. I think the fun stations are the one in Haiti. I got one in Puerto Rico that I can connect to. The West Coast stations, this time of the morning, there's not going to be much activity, but I can give it a try. I might be able to point the antenna west and maybe work something to the Pacific. The activity would be really, really low. I have a station in New York, and I can operate from. So we have choices here to operate stations here. Let me connect to a station here. Let me connect to New York. Let me connect to the New York station. It's a really good station. I'll show you a couple pictures from this station before I start operating. So the station I'm connected to in New York is on a mountaintop at 2,300 feet above sea level. And this particular station was built in 2010. So I'll bring up, I'll show you a couple photos from the station here. I'll go to my personal website. So this is my W2RE.com website. And this is the location I'm going to be operating from this morning for a little bit. You know, operating from Maine is really good. I'll probably be about 5 to 10 dB weaker from Summit, but I'm pretty sure I can generate a pileup. And this is the house up there in Summit. I bought this house in 2010 while I was still working for Pepsi Cola. And unfortunately, I don't get to get up there very often. I wish I could. I love being up there. It's really, really quiet. No neighbors. Got these towers just sticking up on the top of the mountain there. Here's a really good picture. This is how my friend Pat arrived one day. He said, I'm not going to drive the summit. It's a 4-hour drive from Long Island. I'll be up there in about 40 minutes with my helicopter. That's what he did. Here's a shot from a drone. I'm up here on the tower. Just to give you an idea what this QTH looks like. Here's another shot as the sun is coming down over the top of the mountain here. This is a sunset shot. Just give you an idea where we're going to be operating from this morning. This is the fall colors from this location. As you see the house down there in the bottom. Not much happening around here except mountains, a house. And this is pretty much the property, the terrain. Here's the terrain drop. This is a good one. Give you an idea of how high this location is. It's on a mountaintop and the terrain drops off. So I'm going to connect to this station here. If somebody hasn't already grabbed it on me. Nope, we're in here. So I'm going to turn up the volume. I'm going to start working DX. So just to recap for those that checked in. Yesterday we had another youth to join our ranks. Really good operator. He's going to operate contesting with us. Going to be part of our youth contest team. Which is great. I love it. Getting youth in amateur radio. And they're not against any new technology. This is what they do. They do remote. They do live streaming. The youth already know what's going on here. It's the older timers in amateur radio that don't understand it, and they're very afraid of it. They're scared. So I just wanted to mention about the youth that came in yesterday. Not every day do we get a youth that's a contester. We get youth to come in, and may play around a little DX. May not even been on HF in their lifetime. And that's great too. But a young kid like Mason, who's a contester, could be part of our contest team, is an exciting day. So that's the recap on my opening statement this morning about the youth that joined the ranks with us yesterday. And today I'm going to operate from a different station. And the reason why I'm not going to operate from the Jonesport station this morning is my friend Crossy, K1 Lima Zulu, who I share the station with. He may actually be connecting in there this morning. With the coronavirus going around, pretty much we're all stuck indoors. Really, who wants to go out? Who wants to go outdoors with some kind of virus going on? Really don't know what the extent of it is. Why take any chances if you don't have to? And that's the beauty about operating remote. You could still operate from that contest location without traveling. It's kind of funny. I've been watching a little, an email reflector going on about the WRTC 2022 in Italy. So, ham radio for contesting every 4 years as a competition, just like the Olympics. And this year, or in 2022, it's in Italy. But you have to operate a bunch of contests to compete, to be a competitor. They have like a scoring system. So what happened this time around, Italy has their own rules, which they're, by all means, have the right to set up their own set of rules. So this contest that's coming up this weekend, next weekend, we're already into this weekend, it's called the Russian DX contest. In this particular contest is the maximum point value you can get for a single op, which is 1,000 points. Because of the coronavirus, they're talking about postponing this particular contest for competing because a lot of these operators, and this is where this is really gets good, have to travel to go to a particular station and operate to compete. So think about that for a moment. They're gonna postpone this competition possibly. They didn't say one way or the other, but it's being discussed that they're gonna not allow this particular competition over the weekend, the Russian DX contest, because of the coronavirus and the effects it's had. And I understand it. I get it. I get the coronavirus is a scare for everybody. I'm scared by it. I don't want to catch it. So they're thinking about postponing it. But you know what? This puts remote really into the limelight. We don't have to travel. We don't have to travel. We can still operate. Unless the coronavirus can take out the internet, we're still in pretty good shape here. So that's what's going on with this competition that's coming up. So getting back to Crossy, K1 Lima Zulu, he may be on the Jonesport station this morning. So I don't want to interfere with any of his operation because he's getting things set up and he's practicing for the Russian DX next weekend. He lives in Massachusetts, near Boston. And the station we built together is in Jonesport, Maine. We have a good arrangement between the both of us. Crossy gets the contest, and I get to use the station on a daily basis. If there's a particular contest Crossy doesn't want to operate, I can grab the site. And then there's going to be a point where we're both going to be operating together once we get the multi-situation straightened out. But for now, since we only built this station last October, we're only doing single ops and just testing the strength of the location, and that's already been proven. The strength of the location, just ask the M3s, M6s, and M7s in the UK. They'll tell you. Just ask them, because we're the only ones that can hear them. Got big ears. So anyway, Crossy's going to be testing there from this morning. And I don't want to interfere with any of the other big stations in Maine because, to be quite honest, let me bring the station list up here. It's going to be busy for us. We're going to be really busy. I don't want to interfere with any of the really big stations, even though Summit's a really big station. If you compare it, I mean, I just showed you the photos. It's a pretty good station. So I don't want to interfere with anybody wanting to get on the big station. So you could see it's already pretty busy this morning. Red means it's in use, purple means it's in shortwave listener use, and green means it's valuable. I guess as the morning progresses here, people get up, they're going to get on the radio this morning because they're indoors, just like everybody else. We're basically like Netflix in ham radio, basically. The way I could probably best way explain it, guys around the U.S. and some of them around the world can operate these stations with a FCC license. I mean, we have people in China, we have people in Japan, we have people in Europe, we have people in Australia, all over the world that remote into here and operate these stations as long as they have an FCC license. So I know Connor's not going to be too happy that I'm on the Summit station because that's one of the few he has access to. But I'm going to turn the volume up here and I'm going to work some DX. So here we go. Turn the volume up. Let me go to 14, let's see, 250 or something. So I'm not hearing any volume coming out. And why is that? Let me disconnect. Oh, I'm not connected correctly here. Here we go. Technology, even I get confused. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use, please? Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use, please? Hello, CQ, CQ20, CQ20, CQ20. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, QRZ20. Oscar Hotel 9, Echo November Alpha. Good to hear you, Rep A, this morning. You're 5-9, 5-9 into the state of New York, state of New York. I'm running 6 over 6, 6 over 6. How copy? Over? Okay, very good. That's good to know, Rep A, because I'm operating from New York today. This is the station up in the mountains, the Catskill Mountains, about 160 miles north of New York City. And I'm running 6 over 6, 6 over 6. Good to hear you, my friend Rep A, up there in Lapland, up there near the Arctic Circle. Sounding good, my friend. Hope the weather's good. We here in New York are currently about +5 Celsius. QSL?
Okay, QSL, no problem. You are very beautiful at WX side. And at WX at the morning in Lapland, it is very beautiful at the sunny morning. And at the temperature minus 9 degrees Celsius. But now it's a little bit north wind, and a temperature of minus 10 degrees Celsius. But very beautiful at the sunny evening. And Ray, I waited when you come into radio because 20 today, very crazy open. And I waited, and I look in, what is you saying now today? But today you work in 6 out of 6. You come in 59 plus 10, 59 plus 10, and absolutely fantastic and beautiful to you audio every time, the crystal clear to come in Laponia. But anyway, many thanks, and see you next time, my biggest friend at Ray. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, Golden Henry 9 Echo, Nancy Alpha Repe. Kiitoksia, hei, ciao.
Nanuka. I don't know what that means, but ciao. 73, my friend. Good to always hear you. And they're up there near the Arctic Circle there in Finland. Yeah, we operating from New York, the 6 over 6. 73, take care. Oscar Hotel number 9, Echo November Alpha. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo from Summit, New York. 73, bye-bye.
Okay, 73,
Okay, Delta Lima 7, Alpha Charlie Zulu. Delta Lima 7, Alpha Charlie Zulu. Good afternoon. Good morning from the United States. You're 5-9, 59 in the state of New York. Over.
Very, very fine copy. Whiskey 2 Romeo Echo Delta Lima 7 Alpha Charlie Zulu returning. Thank you very much for 5x9. You report also 5x9. My name is Klaus. Kilo Lima Alpha Uniform Sierra. My QTH is the capital city of Germany, Berlin, my friend. What's your name? Whiskey 2 Romeo Echo Delta Lima 7 Alpha Charlie Zulu, please.
Yeah, okay, very good, Klaus. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee, Radio Alpha Yankee. My QTH is Summit, New York. Summit, New York, about 160 miles north of New York City in the Catskill Mountains. And I'm running a K3. I'm running a K3 and about 13 to 1400 watts. You're sounding great here, Klaus. Delta Lima 7, Alpha Charlie Zulu. They're in Germany from Whiskey 2 Romeo Echo. Back to you, over.
Thank you very much, Ray. Thank you very much, Raymond. Very, very fine copy.
Thanks for watching.
QSO 2011.
Good morning, Bob.
2020. Very, very fine copy, Raymond. By walking conditions and Foxtrot Tango 920 from Yaesu, 100 Watt output und die Antenne ist eine Foxtrot Delta 3 Antenne, eine Windum-Antenne in Wärmetrieb via mein Haus. The WX of Berlin is very, very sunshine und die Temperatur ist auf 10 degrees Celsius. Raimund, thank you very much for contact for you and family. 73 und good luck und good news, my friend. Whiskey 2, Romeo Echo. Delta Lima 7, Alpha Charlie Zulu. Bye-bye und 73, Raimund.
Okay, thank you for calling in, Klaus. Good to hear you. Beautiful, beautiful copy from Germany here into the United States, into the state of New York. Delta Lima 7, Alpha Charlie Zulu, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo 73. Bye-bye.
Alpha Radio Mike.
Alpha Radio Mike, make your call.
Okay, this is Papa Delta 1, Alpha Radio Mexico, and you're 5 and 9 in the Netherlands. QSL?
Okay, beautiful copy. Papa Delta 1, Alpha Radio Mike in the Netherlands. You're 5 and 9, 59 into the state of New York, and my name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee.
Okay, Ray, thank you very much for coming back. My
Hey, Alessandro.
is Johan, Juliet, Oscar, Hotel, Alpha, November, and I'm situated at 80 kilometers south from the capital city, Amsterdam. QSL?
QSL, Joanne, very good. Papa Delta 1, Alpha Radio Mike, you're just sounding fantastic here. You're 5'9 plus, 59 plus. I'm running 6 over 6. The antennas are GXP antennas. They're out of Poland, 6 over 6 monobanders. And I'm located on a mountaintop here in New York. Good to hear you, Johan, from New York State. Papa Delta 1, Alpha Radio Mike, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Okay, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, Papa Delta 1, Alpha Radio Mike returning. Okay, I'm only using a 2-element Yagi beam and 2-element 3-band Yagi to your direction. Output power only 40 whiskeys, 40 whiskeys to your direction, Ray. I will copy.
Connor.
And also my radio is a Yaesu Fox Tango 920. QSL?
QSL, all doing fine business job for you. Well, thanks for calling in from the Netherlands. I'm sure there's a lot of other stations that want to work us here from New York today. Papa Delta 1, Alpha Radio Mike from Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Thanks for calling in. Thanks, Richard.
Thank you very much. QSL card by to the bureau for you. QSL card by bureau. No problem on this side. Ray, thank you very much. Have a nice Sunday and many DX. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo from Papa Delta 1 Alpha Radio Mike. Bye-bye, Ray.
Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for calling in. 73. Take care. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, QRZ.
Papa Alpha 5, Bravo Echo Ocean, SP7, Bravo Echo Oscar.
Okay, Sugar Papa 7, I think it's Bravo Alpha Ocean, 59 plus, over.
Roger, Bravo Echo Ontario, SP7, Bravo Echo Ocean. Ray, good afternoon from Poland, nice to meet you again. You 59, very strong signal. Excellent modulation. 5 by 9, my name is Tom. Tango Ocean, Mexico. Ray, thank you so much. 73. Have a nice Sunday, my friend. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, SP7, Bravo, Echo, Oscar.
Okay, very good, Tom. Very good. You're sounding fantastic. You're very, very strong here. Well over S9. I'm running 6 over 6. They're monobanders. 6 over 6 from the state of New York on a mountaintop. And the weather here is +5. Thanks for calling in, 73. Take care. Sugar Papa 7, Bravo Echo Ocean, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Ray. 73 to New York.
Okay, thanks for calling in, 73. This is Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, QRZ.
Sierra, Papa 4, Alpha Kilo Alpha.
Another big station out of Poland, Sugar Papa 4, Alpha Kilo Alpha 5 and 9, 59. QSL?
QSL, good morning, Raymond. Good morning. My name is Roman. For your report 5 and 9. Whiskey 2, Romeo Echo, Sierra Papa 4, Alpha Kilo Alpha.
Okay, very good. Sounding great. How much power? What is your power output, and what is your antenna? Power output antenna in your name. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
Please, yes.
What is your name? What is your name? Your handle, your name. Over.
My name is Roman.
Okay, very good, Roman. Thank you for calling in. Sugar Papa 4 Alpha Kilo Alpha Whiskey 2 Radio Echo 7-3. Bye bye.
Good luck, 73. Good luck, 73.
Okay, thanks. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo in the state of New York. Okay, QRX. So, I'm operating from the state of New York. For those that just checked in, the reason I'm on New York today is I don't want to tie up the big stations on the east coast of the U.S., especially the Jonesport station. My friend Crossy's going to be operating there this morning, testing out the station. So I don't want to interfere with his operation while he's testing for next week in the Russian DX contest. So he's going to be over there testing. So I'm on the New York station here. And here's the New York station. If you want to see pictures of the New York station, you can go to w2re.com and go to Summit right on the webpage. So on the top here, I have a bunch of links here to particular stations that I feel necessary to put into my personal website. And the antennas I'm operating with are GXPs from Poland. And these are some of the best, in my opinion, for what it is as far as multi-band antennas are concerned. The Europeans are very lucky to have this company in Europe. Two things I really like about these antennas. Round boom. Not a big fan of square booms. Round boom and very well manufacturing. And this is just a few pictures of these antennas. Here I am up at 140 feet or something, putting up the 3-element. Still don't have the boom strut on. But you get the idea. Good manufacturing. GXP antennas. Okay, really, here's the 6/6 I'm operating right now. So the top antenna is 6-element, bottom antenna is 6-element, and this is at the QTH I'm operating from right now. As you can see, all the elements are straight, and the system works really well. 6/6, and I'm the U.S. distributor. I'm the U.S. distributor for GXP antennas, the exclusive U.S. distributor for GXP antennas. I never push it because these antennas sell for themselves. I don't have to advertise. My reputation alone, pushing these antennas to my friends. I don't even put advertising on anywhere about GXP antennas other than I have a GXP USA Facebook page. So let's turn the volume up here and continue on.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Who's that? Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Sugar 59 Alpha Tango. Good morning, Vietnam.
Sugar 59 Alpha Tango. Good morning. 59 plus, my friend. Over.
Yeah, you are also very, very strong, like usually. So, how's going there, Ray?
It going good. What the name again? I forget. My memory like a sieve. I don't remember too much. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. My name is Sly, S-L-Y, which is a short name about the Sylvester location, Northeast Slovenia, 59 plus 20, Ray. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Sly. Well, that's good because I'm operating from small station. I'm operating from a small station this morning in New York, 6/6. 6/6. In Sly, I am never louder here than in Maine. Never. I'm always 10 dB, 5 dB, sometimes 20 dB weaker. But we try our best. 6/6 Sly, small station here in New York, running about 1,300 watts. Good to hear you. Sugar 59 Alpha Tango, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. How's things in Slovenia?
Yeah, everything is okay right now, but yeah, people staying at home. It is incredible, but for this moment, everything okay. It's quarantine, all over quarantine. I enjoying with my radio, with my wife, maybe with my children, and I drinking a lot of beer, HI, guys.
That- yeah, that's exactly what I did yesterday. Yeah, that's exactly what I did yesterday. I drank a lot of beer. I actually stayed up very late last night drinking too much beer. But yeah, I'm spending time with the wife. But we yesterday afternoon we painted the kitchen. We painted the kitchen yesterday, and today we're painting one of the bedrooms. So yes, that's what's going on over here, Sly. We staying indoors too. Even though where I'm physically located, there's no cases. I'm about 30 miles north of where it's really bad, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So that's the situation here. But I'm gonna open up my first beer here in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. That means it'll be 11 a.m. And I'm gonna get the grill fired up, have some lunch, and then paint the bedroom with the wife because that's what she wants. Sugar 59 Alpha Tango, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Back to you, over.
Okay, Ray, don't worry about it. Everything's okay. So, wish you all the best there. And see you soon on the band. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, Sugar 59 Alpha Tango, your friend Sly in Slovenia, 7-3.
Okay, Sly. Good to hear you. You got good. You have good voice. I think you could maybe be a commentator or maybe a talkover. I forget what they call it, but your voice is very nice. Professional voice, Sly. That's all I have to say. 73, Sugar 59 Alpha Tango, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Voiceover, that's the word I was looking for. Voiceover. 7-3, bye-bye.
7-3, appreciate it, thank you.
Okay, take care. 7-3, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
United Italy 7 Tango.
Okay, United Italy 7 Tango. Big signal here in New York. 5-9, 59 in New York, over.
Good evening, many thanks. Report 58, 59, stop, Slayton, stop 4M, hi. My name is Fred, it's Sierra Echo Radio, Golf Echo, QSL.
Okay, sir, very good. Sounding great here into the United States. I'm running 6 over 6, small station here in New York on a mountaintop, 2,300 feet above sea level. I'm operating remote. I'm about 100 miles from the transmitter site. And beautiful weather here in the United States. Warm temperatures, spring-like. Good to hear you. United Italy 7 Tango. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Back to you, over.
Fantastic, Ray. Fantastic. Antenna very good. Fantastic, my friend. My condition, yes, 5950, this is moment near 500 watts. Antennas Russian beam RB335. Alpha element in the element beam in 20 meter, 50 meter for ground. QSL?
QSL, sounding fantastic. Very strong, and very good modulation. Thank you for calling in. Have a good day. United Italy 7 Tango, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
My friend Ray, my friend, many thanks for contacting. Good luck with the family.
Okay, Golf 1 Tango Delta November. Golf 1 Tango Delta November. I think good to hear you, Devin. I forget. I think that's the name. Anyway, Golf 1 Tango Delta November. 5-9, 59. Over.
QSL to 69, Ray. QSL to 69. You're also 69. Very strong. That remote station is doing great.
Trevor.
And I hope you and the family are all keeping well there, mate.
Yeah, everything's good, Trevor. Everything's fantastic. Staying indoors like everybody else. We have enough food. We have enough food for a few days. I plan to paint. I'm going to be painting one of the bedrooms today, and I have plenty of beer. Plenty of beer. So that's the most important point. If we have beer, we good. Okay. Good to hear you, Trevor. I'm operating from New York today. 6 over 6. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. Well, you enjoy your beer there, Ray, and my best regards to you and the family, and have a nice weekend. Kilo Tango Delta November. Off and clear. Bye-bye, and God bless.
Okay. Okay, Trevor. Very good. Good to hear you. And you take well over there in the United Kingdom. 73. Golf 1, Tango Delta November. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Bye-bye. Whiskey Mike Sierra, make your call.
Yeah, Roger. Mike 0, Mike Whiskey Sierra, or Mexico 0, Mexico Whiskey Sugar. Good afternoon.
Okay, Mike 0, Mike Whiskey Sugar. Good afternoon. Strong signal here in New York. I'm operating from New York today, running 6 over 6, running 1 kilowatt. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee. How copy?
Yeah, Ray, that's fine. Well, I guess for that aerial system, I mean, you should be able to use 10 watts, I think. But a very good signal here, about 15 to 20 over. Very good.
Okay, Rep A.
The name Martin, QTH in the south of England near Salisbury, Ray. Back to you.
Okay, very good, Martin. I'm just north of New York City. I'm physically 1 hour north of New York City, about 60 miles north of New York City here in the suburbs. And where I'm operating from today is I'm transmitting from the state of New York up in the Catskill Mountains. This is my vacation home, the contest vacation home up in the mountains that I've had since 2010. And I'm remoting the station. It's a remote station. And it's on a very high mountaintop. There's no noise floor at this location. It's a very, very quiet location. But even with 6 over 6, I could never be as strong as Maine, even with a multi-band antenna in most cases. Even when propagation's fantastic, I'm still never louder than when I operate remote from Maine. So that's the story on this end, Martin. How's things over there with the coronavirus? Is everybody stuck indoors? Mike 0, Mike Whiskey Sugar, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Well, I guess it's probably very similar. We're sort of doing the usual thing, washing our hands, keeping away from people.
I'll turn the antenna, Mark.
I like the idea of being stuck in the shack, Ray, to be honest. It sounds like a really good idea to me, but my other half's not quite so happy about it. But we're seeing what happens. We're not going to jump through too many hoops just yet. When the death toll rises, then we'll start worrying about it. When you think there's 500,000 deaths from flu each year, and that's nowhere near as a communicative disease as this one. Really, there's not that many deaths at the moment. So we're sort of taking it by ear and seeing what the government says and trying to be fairly sensible. Conditions here, I'm running an MM8000 with pure signal feedback into an SPE amplifier, about just under 400 watts or so, into a hex beam at about 12 meters. And the microphone is a Rode. So that's pretty well the way we are here. But good signal from you, but you are smack bang on top of a digital. There's quite a strong digital mode on top of you, but your signal strength is very good. But it does sound like you take your radio very seriously, Ray, which of course is great news. Back to you.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I just want to ask you a question. I now just split the antenna between the United States and Europe. How much did my signal drop? How much has my signal dropped? Right now, I got 1/6 element facing towards Europe, and now I have 1/6 element facing towards the remainder of the United States. And I'm just curious how much my signal has dropped. Go ahead.
Well, it's
still pretty solid here. I'm just over the 9, so I can't really say that I've seen a great difference. But, I mean, obviously it depends what propagation's like between us, I guess. But you'd have expected some sort of change, wouldn't you? But I can't see much here, Ray. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, when I split the antennas, I'll see usually about 5 dB difference here. Yeah, I have an audience watching me, so we live stream. Can't tell you where we live stream, but we live stream and we have a big audience watching, and so I'm splitting the antennas here. I'm going to see if we can work some guys in the United States as well. It'd be cool to have the U.S. and Europe calling in at the same time, and we can work people. Good to hear you. Stay well. Stay corona virus free. Mike 0, Mike Whiskey Sugar, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. God bless, 7-3.
I find this is very nice to talk to you and keep safe yourself and carry on the good radio operating. Plenty of radio operating to be done while this problem's on. So 73 and best wishes from the UK.
Okay. Okay, 7-3. Take care. Good to hear you. Appreciate the call. Mike 0, Mike Whiskey Sugar, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, 7-3. Bye-bye.
Italy Kilo 4 Lima Zulu Hotel.
Is there something 1 Yankee again? Okay, QRZ. Okay, Italy Kilo 4 Lima Zulu Hotel. Good to hear you. You're 5-9, 59 in New York. I got 1 6 element towards Europe and 1 6 element towards North America. 5-9, 59 QSL. Italy Kilo 4 Lima Zulu Hotel. 5-9 QSL.
Okay, very beautiful. You 10 dB overnight with beautiful modulation, my friend.
Okay, thank you for calling in, my friend. Good to hear you. Italy Kilo 4 Lima Zulu Hotel, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, 7-3. Bye-bye.
7-3. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Okay, let me tell you what I'm doing here. Let me just turn the volume down. Bobby Rock, if you're listening, I need a mute button. Keep on saying that. All right. So, I'm operating from New York. If you look in the map here, I want to do illustrations here and try to explain to you. So the illustration here in the map has one antenna pointing towards the remainder of the United States, to the central part of the United States, and I have one antenna towards Europe. So now I have gain going in 2 different directions. So the top antenna at 122 feet is now pointing towards the U.S., and the bottom antenna at 74 feet is pointing towards Europe. So I want to see if we can we can have people come in from both directions here. I'm going to encourage that. So let me turn up the volume here. Okay, so I'm beaming in 2 different directions. I'm beaming towards Europe, and I'm also beaming towards North America. So anybody, anywhere in the world, I'm here. Give me a call. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Okay, the Delta X-ray, make your call.
Okay, Ray, my call, Echo Romeo 4 Delta X-ray, Echo Radio 4 David X-ray, good morning.
Okay, Echo Radio 4, David X-ray, good to hear you from Estonia. Booming, 59, 5-9 into the state of New York, QSL?
QSL,
I hear you, Tom.
59 in Moldova Republic, no Estonia.
Moldova.
Mike Oscar Lima Delta Ocean Victoria America 59 plus Ray, over.
My bad. I'm thinking Echo Sugar. Echo Radio is Moldova. Very good. You're booming in here. What is the name? Did you say Alex?
No, my name is Vasily. Victor Alpha Sierra Italy Lima Yankee Vasily, my call. Many times you saw before. Echo Romeo 4 David X-ray, yourself.
Okay, Vasily. My fault. My fault. I'm very bad with names. And my logger not very good telling me recent QSO, so I don't know. Good to hear you from Moldova. Echo Radio 4, David X-ray. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo from the state of New York. 7-3. Bye-bye.
Okay, team 2 Ray, 73, good day, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. 73. Take care. Now, Tom Shepard, Golf 1, Italy, Zulu, Lima, Quebec. Golf 1, Italy, Zulu, Quebec, 5-9, 59. Hey, Tom, can you hear me in there?
Good morning, America. Good morning, Ray.
And I'm doing good, Tom. I'm doing good. I'm on the New York station, and I'm splitting the antenna, so I don't expect to be as loud as I typically are from Maine. QSL.
Yeah, I knew that straight away. You're sitting at just 5 and 9 plus 5 dB. 5 and 9 plus 5 dB, Ray, on that antenna, QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, it's a very good antenna system on a mountaintop. And it's really good system, but I'm never ever as strong as Maine. So I know that, but I could still work everybody. I still can work everybody that I can hear. You're sounding good, Tom. God bless the United Kingdom. Hope everything's well on your end. Golf 1, Italy, Zulu, Quebec. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Just got out of bed.
Yeah, always good to hear. Me and Joe are doing great. We've got the Sunday dinner in the oven and everything's good. How's Laurie getting on, Ray? How's Laurie getting on at the care home?
Well, she's off this weekend. Fortunately, she's off this weekend. So she works every other weekend. So I think everything's good. She had me, she and I painted the kitchen yesterday. And so that's taken care of. Today we're going to work on one of the bedrooms. Paint one of the bedrooms. I got my honey-do list going on here. So always doing something, Tom. Never sitting idle. QSL?
Yeah, QSL on that, Ray. Well, I'll get you some brownie points and keep the little lady happy for doing the kitchen and carry on with the bedrooms. Have a great day, Ray. And
There's painting.
hi to my friend in Italy. I hope all's well there and all of my good friends. And lovely to hear you, Ray. Keep up the good work. We'll probably catch you in the week, if not next weekend. Have a great day, Ray. Keep up the good work. Radio Echo. Germany 1, Italy, Zulu, Queen. Cheers and beers, and God bless America.
Cheers and beers, and God bless the United Kingdom. Take care, Tom. Golf 1, Italy, Zulu, Quebec. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Bye-bye. Any stations, anybody stateside here? Anybody in North America, stateside, Canada? I'm beaming that direction. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo from the state of New York. Okay, the Florida Bravo. What is your call, Florida Bravo?
Yeah, QSL Ray, thank you so much. This is Zulu 62, Florida Bravo, Zanzibar, 62 Fox Bravo. Ray, 5 and 9, 5-9 into Kosovo, Roger.
Okay, Zulu 62, Florida Bravo out of Kosovo. Good to hear you. You're 5-9, 59 into the state of New York. QSL?
Yeah, Ray, QSL. You are coming also 5 and 9, 5-9 here into Kosovo. Ray, I'm operating a remote station. I could hear that you're saying also operating remote station. QSL?
Yeah, Roger. I always operate remote. I'm never physically in front of a station. Always, 99.9% remote, unless I'm operating on DXpedition. I'm always remote. So right now, I'm physically sitting 1 hour, 60 miles north of New York City. And the transmitter site is 160 miles north of me, or from New York City, and 100 miles north of me, sitting on a mountain, 2,300-foot mountain in the Catskills, called the Catskill Mountains. And I'm operating it remote. K3, and a little bit over 1 kilowatt. Zulu 62, Fox Bravo, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Back to you, over.
Yeah, QSL Ray, thank you. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Zulu 62, Florida Bravo Ray. I'm also operating remote station. I'm 10 kilometers away from my station, 10 kilometers away from my station. When I'm using a ICOM IC7300, and the antenna is a 4, 12, 11 element, about 30 meters over the ground, and the ACOM
Thanks, Connor.
1011, about 500 whiskey. And I'm controlling my ICOM IC7300 from home with a laptop. I'm using the RSBA1 remote control software. Ray.
Good job, Connor.
So how did you copy? Whiskey 2 Radio Echo Zulu 62 Fox Bravo.
Yeah, okay, very good, very good. Yep, you're doing well with your remote station. Fantastic, sounds great. And ICOM 7300, very good on doing it remote with that piece of equipment. We use 2 radios for remoting. One is Ellicraft K3, and the other is Flex 6000 series. About 50% of the stations that I operate, Flex Radio, and 50% are K3. Eventually, we're going to move over 100% to Flex Radio for remoting. But not there yet as of today. Good to hear you. Beautiful copy. 73 and take care. Zulu 62 Fox Bravo in Kosovo from Whiskey 2 Radio Echo in the state of New York. 73.
Yeah, Roger, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, 73 and...
9 America 3, November Mexico. Sugar Quebec 3, November.
Okay, thank you. 73, take care. Europe, stand by one moment. Let me see if there's any stations in North America, any stations in the U.S. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Okay, I think I heard somebody in Florida, the station in Florida. Go ahead.
Italy Whiskey, 9 America.
9 America, stand by one moment. Is there a station in Florida? Is there a station in Florida calling? Please make your call. Any stations? Any stations in the U.S.? Any stations in the U.S.?
This is Kilo 8, Mike Echo Mike. Kilo 8, Mike Echo Mike.
Okay, I got you in there now. I just turned the antenna towards Florida. Kilo 8, Mike Echo Mike. Good to hear you. You're 5 and 9, 59 in New York. Over.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ray. W2RE from Kilo 8, Mike Echo Mike. Name is Mark, M-A-R-K, in Fort Lauderdale, and we're operating HOA. HOA was a dipole in our attic, 100 watts. Over.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mark. 100 watts with the dipole in the attic, and you're 5 and 9. 59. Yeah, I had to turn the top antenna towards the south to hear you. When I was beaming west, I could barely hear you. Now I point the antenna towards you. You're 5 and 9. Good to hear you, Mark. Congrats on getting a signal out of the HOA there. Kilo 8, Mike Echo Mike, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo in the state of New York. Over.
Very good, Ray. Very good, and so nice to be able to make contact with you. Been watching the show here this morning and listen to all the good DX from in Europe, and that's why I threw it in there. Maybe some of the guys in the U.S. might want to get in and say hello also. So thanks for picking us up. That's the 73s from an HOA in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. W2RE from K8, Mike Echo Mike. 73, Ray.
Okay, 73, Mark. Thanks for calling in. Take care. Turn the volume down here for a second. So Mark is in an HOA. HOA means Homeowners Association, meaning you're restricted on what you can do. The Homeowners Association tells you what you can do. So if you want to put a swimming pool in your backyard, you have to go through the Homeowners Association. So the only way Mark can get on the air is to put a wire antenna in his attic. And he had a good signal. He's enjoying ham radio. It's what it's all about. Even when you're restricted, when propagation's just right, you can work DX. I'm not exactly DX, but that was a good 1,000-mile trip from New York to Florida. And Mark actually put it in here in chat, and I'm actually paying attention. Even though I'm not acknowledging most of what you guys are putting in here, and gals, I should say, I am watching. I'm seeing what you're writing, but I'm trying to multitask here. I'm trying to chew gum and walk at the same time. Sometimes it doesn't work very well for me. As you know, we're pushing the envelope here. We're pushing the envelope. And it's ruffling a few feathers. But you know what? We're going to keep moving forward here. We're going to bring you this show. If you don't like it, you can turn it off. I'm not forcing anybody to watch it. I make no money doing this show. This is about giving back to the amateur community. The only thing I ask in return, and you don't have to do it either, is help us with our youth program. If you can. If you financially can't, no problem. I'm not asking you to. We make no money doing this. We just want to bring this to the community. We want to give back. So getting on here and operating, talking about amateur radio, talking about things that matter, it's what it's all about here. Showing you how to work DX, getting young people involved in ham radio, finding out how my friend Tom Shepard and many others are doing in the world. And by the way, Tom did buy a hat yesterday. Thanks, Tom. And everything we get out of the merchandise store is given back to our youth program. The young guy, Mason, that just came in yesterday, 17 years old, said my radio broke. I'm not on HF anymore. I don't know what's wrong with the radio. I can imagine it being 17 years old. I was that age when something broke on me. I was upset. So what do? We give them access to RHR. And that's a bad word for some people in this hobby. RHR. Technology. Expanding the hobby. Just like live streaming we're doing here right now. I'm not going to be the first one to do this on this level. There have been live streamers doing this for 20 years. The only thing different now is we're doing it professionally. We got a studio. We have a green screen. We have cameras. We have software. And, of course, we have some of the biggest stations in the United States and, quite honestly, going to be throughout the world here very shortly. We have a huge station coming on from Croatia. We have a big station coming in from Zone 9. I don't even want to mention the country. But we have a lot of good things going on here. We got the youth program. The youth program is the one I'm the proudest the most. I love the youth program. We get youths involved in ham radio. What's so bad about that? So like I said, we're pushing the envelope here. And we're ruffling a few feathers. We ruffled a few feathers. Let's be honest. We ruffled a few feathers during the ARRL DX contest. I knew there was going to be a problem afterwards. The reason I didn't send in a check log is because they have to get together and figure out what they're going to do. Could have made it very easy and made it a check log, and then this would all went away, and nothing would have ever been done. So what they're going to have to do, they're going to have to figure out, do we disqualify W2RE, who's brought, quite honestly, I don't even know the number anymore, but it's got to be around 2.5 million video views since the beginning of the year. People are watching what ham radio is all about. They see now that there is a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Competition, maybe? When you're contesting? So, I'm showing you a little bit of everything. Listen, I'm only going to show you HF. If you want to see about VHF and about handy walkie-talkies or anything like that, you're going to have to go find another show. I'm a contester, and I'm somewhat of a DXer. I don't chase DX, but I'll run stations and have fun. I have well over 300 countries, and I don't even keep track of any DXCC rules. It's just a certificate. It's just chasing a certificate. I could care less about that. But I don't have anything against anybody that does it seriously. That's what you want to do. Absolutely go for it. So what I'm trying to show you here is, how to operate HF, have fun, work some people around the world. I'll do CW, I'll do sideband. I'm not going to do digital mode. Not what I do. Lee, WW2DX, and Rockwell, WW1X, they got their studio set up. They're eventually going to be live streaming here to the same page. And they're going to show you how to do digital modes. They're going to have their own show here. And we may actually have a show between the three of us. There seems to be a demand for how to operate HF stations and have some fun. And another thing I'm showing you here right now is, and Tom Shepard just said it, Golf 1 Italy, Zulu, Quebec. He says, you're not as loud from New York as you are in Maine. I'm never going to be as loud from New York as I am in Maine. I could put 8 over 8 over 8 on 20 meters from New York. I'm still never going to be as loud as Maine. Propagation, location makes a big difference. I was thinking about spending quite a bit of money to make this station better in New York. But I just would be wasting my money if we're going to use the station for contesting. Because no matter what I do, I'm never going to be as strong as Maine. And we're the only ones that know that. You know why? Because we could put one station next to each other, remote it, and see the difference. And this is where I'm getting to this point. If I'm in Pennsylvania, if I'm in New Jersey, if I'm in Maryland, if I'm in Connecticut, and even Massachusetts. Massachusetts has good propagation. No matter what you build, the signal's always going to be stronger coming out of Maine. Could that change? Absolutely. When the propagation starts getting better, we get the solar flux numbers up. When the band is not marginal, you know what? You could be louder from New York. But when the propagation is the way it is today, you're never going to have that same signal. So I'm just trying to show you the difference between propagation, locations, and all this cool stuff. If you're operating a contest from Europe, well, you want to be in the Azores. You want to be in Echo Alpha 8. Well, Echo Alpha 8 is Africa. You want to be, Echo Alpha, whatever, Spain. You want to be Portugal. That's where the better propagation is coming out of Europe. Here in the United States, when you're contesting, you want to be in W1 land. And where in W1 land you want to be? You want to be on the coast of Maine. That's where the best propagation is for contesting. Is it unfair advantage? Yes, it is. It's a very unfair advantage. You could never make contesting a level playing field. Ever. And what we do here is we give the young kid an opportunity to operate those stations. We give the guy in an HOA in California the opportunity to operate these stations. Some don't like it. I understand. And that's where I get back to the point. We're pushing the envelope and ruffling a few feathers. Let me turn the volume back up here and continue. Sorry about making this, I don't know, the word I'm looking for. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for, but I'm just trying to make a point here where, I think I'll make the point. The point is this. After the past weekend, what we did on 20 meters had little of anything to do with social media. We only brought ham radio to the forefront. We just showed people how to operate. If they think, and there's only a handful, like I said, they think that I gained all those extra QSOs because of social media, boy, they're fooling themselves. They're giving me an awful lot of credit. I'm going to say it's because of location. The European told me I was 5 to 10 dB louder than all the stations in the U.S. They volunteered the information. That's what I was told in the contest. There was times where other stations may have had similar signal, may even been a little bit louder for periods of time. But from sunrise to sunset, there's no better place to be in the U.S. for a contest. I can just imagine if we ever made one of these stations in Maine a multi-multi. Well, that's going to be pretty cool. And you know what the great thing about if we do a multi-multi from Maine? Nobody's ever going to have to travel. Multi-multi is very easy to set up remote. Very easy to set up. Multi-single, where you have one radio, multiple people in one transmitter. That's a little bit more difficult than doing multi-multi, because I can have one youth operating 15 meters. I can have another youth operating 20 meters. And the reason I say youth, they're our future. So if we're going to contest, we're going to do multi-multi. We're going to have youths. We're going to have experienced operators with the youths, and we're going to stream it. We're going to bring ham radio to the masses. That's what we like to do. I know, again, I'm going to get back to it. Pushing the envelope, ruffling a few feathers. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to move forward. See who else is out there. I wonder if my frequency is even clear. Thanks for watching. Hope I'm not scaring anybody away. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Hello, CQ, CQ20, CQ20, CQ20. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, QRZ 20 meters. CQ20, CQ20, CQ20. Whiskey 2, Romeo Echo, Whiskey 2, Romeo Echo, QRZ 20 meters. Sugar Baker, 0 Mexico. Sugar Baker, 0 Mexico out of Sweden. You're 5 and 7, 57. Go ahead. I'm in the general class portion of the band now. 14265. Yeah, okay, very good, Ed, on your 2-element beam. I'm actually splitting the antennas. I got one 6-element going towards Europe and one 6-element going towards Central America. So I don't have a full signal going in your direction at the moment. You're sounding great. I'm operating from the state of New York. I'm running 6/6, one towards Europe and one towards South America. And my name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee. How copy? QRM now. Yeah, Roger, Ed. Yeah, I got totally wiped out on that whole last transmission from QRM. Sorry about that. I had to change frequency here, and obviously this is not a good frequency for me. Well, anyway, Ed, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. 73 and take care. Sugar Bravo 0 Mexico. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. 73. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Ray. I turned on some more power now. You might get a little bit better. Nice meeting you again.
Kilo Delta 8 Golf Radio America, Kilo Delta 8 Golf Radio America.
There. And you probably hear the whole world. Thanks again. Have a nice day. 73.
Okay, 73. Thanks for calling in. Yeah, once you turn the power up, you got much stronger. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. 73. Be well up there in Stockholm. Sugar Bravo 0 Mexico. Thanks. This is Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Now the Kilo Bravo 8 station, I think. Go ahead. Was there a station in there from the U.S.? I think Kilo 8 or something. Go ahead. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Anybody anywhere?
Whiskey 5 Tango Papa Delta.
Okay, Whiskey 5 Tango Papa Delta. Good to hear you from the state of New York. You're 5 and 9, 59. Over.
Okay, Raymond, very good. Yeah, you're booming. I know you got one towards South America and one towards Europe, but wow. Sounding good, my friend.
Yeah, okay, very good. I'm turning the top antenna towards you. This is 6 over 6. And the top antenna is at 122 feet. I'm now turning it in your direction. Let me see how your signal now is. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I think we talked here maybe a month ago. Are you running a remote station?
Yeah, I'm running a remote station. Probably when I spoke to you back a month ago, I was operating from the state of Maine. Today I'm operating from the state of New York. I'm running 6 over 6. I got now one antenna towards Europe and one antenna towards Texas. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. Well, we're in central Oklahoma in Tecumseh. We're about 30 miles east of Oklahoma City there. Man, you're about an S9 plus 20 there, sounding really good.
Yeah, okay, very good. And what's your name?
And here's Mike India Kilo Echo.
Okay, very good, Mike. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee. I'm located in Summit, New York, which is about 160 miles north of New York City. And I'm running, like I said, the 6 over 6. The top antenna is at 122 on a rotor, also with a 3-element 40-meter Yagi. And the bottom antenna is fixed towards Europe at 74 feet. And this is a station that I built back in 2010. And I started remoting it in 2012. But since we've built a bunch of stations on the coast of Maine, I usually operate from the stations on the coast of Maine. But today we wanted to do a little bit something different today here and see how propagation is from this station. I am considerably louder. Stateside. If propagation's just right from this location, because the takeoff angle is nothing but a cliff towards stateside. So you're sounding good, Mike. Well over S9. Beautiful audio. Whiskey 5 Tango Papa Delta in Oklahoma. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo in the state of New York. Over.
All right, Raymond, very good. Thank you very much for coming back to us. Sounding good as always, and we'll let you get back there and let you get some DX. So, Whiskey Radio 2, or I butchered your call there. I'm sorry. Anyway, come back with it one more time, and we'll go ahead and let you get back at it. W5 TPD.
Yeah, it's Whiskey 2, Romeo Echo. W2RE. 7-3, good to hear you. Have a good weekend. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, now QRZ.
Kilo Delta 8 Golf Radio America, Kilo Delta 8 Golf Radio America.
Okay, Kilo Delta 8 Golf Radio America, 5 to 9, 59 into the state of New York. Over.
Yes, sir. You're blowing the doors off here. 259. Whereabouts in New York?
I'm in Summit, New York, about 160 miles north of New York City. Go ahead.
Hey, roger that. I'm down in Lakeland, Florida. Nice day again today. Going to be close to 90. Over.
Wow. That's pretty warm. We're nowhere near that. We'll be maybe close to 45 to 50 degrees here today. Good to hear you. Thanks for calling in. Kilo Delta 8, Golf Radio America, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, Golf Romeo Alpha, Golf Romeo 8, GRA 73.
7-3, thanks. Take care. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo in the state of New York, QRZ. Whiskey 4, Italy, Papa Charlie. Good to hear you, Connor. What's going on?
Oh, not much. We're just playing around. We're coming from Tacoma today. We're translating out of Tacoma, over.
Yeah, Roger on the Tacoma location. You're sounding good here. 5 and 9, 59 into New York. Go ahead.
QSL, you're about 5 by 6 into the state of Washington. The state of Washington for running with 3 element THC at 72 feet and 1.5 kilowatts of course. It's just destination for gaining the age on most roads.
Okay, very good, Connor. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. And you have yourself a good day, young man. Whiskey 4, Italy, Papa Charlie. In the state of Washington, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
73, Ray. Enjoy the pilot.
7-3. So that was Connor. Connor's in here in the chat window, by the way, everybody. Connor's one of our youths. Connor, I forget, how old are you? 15? 17? Anyway, he just operated from, I think he's 17. He just operated from Tacoma. This is what we do here. He just connected from his home in Virginia, connected to Tacoma, Washington, got on the radio, and just worked us. He's using the new technology today that's out here to get on ham radio. Doesn't have to be a radio in front of you with an antenna out your backyard. The game has changed. We're evolving here. Again, I'll get back to the same thing I said earlier. We're pushing the envelope and we're ruffling a few feathers. Turn up the volume and continue on here. QRZ 20 meters, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, QRZ. The 6 United again. Okay, Sugar Queen 6, Italy United Delta. Sugar Queen 6, Italy United Delta. 5 and 7. 5 and 7. QSL? Okay, Yannick, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. Sugar Queen 6, Italy United Delta, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Thank you. 7-3, bye-bye. Okay, Radio Delta 7 X-ray, 5 and 9.
Okay, 5. Station only 15 watts.
Yeah, Roger on the 50 watts, doing a great job. I'm running a 1 kilowatt, running 6 over 6, and 1 kilowatt. QSL?
QSL, very strong.
Now both antennas.
Plus 10 dB over 9. This is 4 element, I give you direction, a 15 watt only, QSL.
Yeah, 50 watts, 4 element, doing a great job for you. No problem. I'm running 6 over 6 at 122 feet over 74 feet, operating from the state of New York, QSL?
QSL, my friend. Good luck and many DX. До
свидания. 73, thanks. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, QRZ 20.
Mike.
Okay, the Victor Whiskey Mike, give me your call again.
Hey, QSL, Kilo, November 4, Victoria, Whiskey, Mexico, QSL.
Okay, good to hear you. Kilo November 4, Victor Whiskey Mike. You're 5 by 9, 59 into the state of New York, over.
Hey, QSL there. First one here is Charlie. You're 5 and 9. Nice signal, beautiful signal from New York into Miami, Florida at this time.
No problem, Charlie. Good to hear you from Miami, Florida. I'm actually beaming the two antennas towards Europe. I'm actually beaming towards Europe. 73, take care. Bye-bye.
Sugar Quebec 3, November, Quebec Lima.
Okay, Sugar Queen 3, November Queen Lima. Good to hear you. You're 59, 5-9 plus in New York, over.
Okay, W3, W2, Radio Echo, Sugar Quebec 3, November, Quebec Lima. Nice to hear you right today on 20, very strong signal, 10 to 15 dB over 9. Loud audio, beautiful copy. I'm running 500 whiskey, TS990 and OptiBeam antenna in your direction. Beautiful copy, very strong from Valdi's antenna, high, W2, SQ3
Oh, yeah, Roger. Yeah, we're using the wall deck antenna, 6/6, and working beautiful. You're working beautiful here in New York. And I'm running 1 kilowatt, QSL.
Roger. Your equipment working very well. Your signal is all time very strong.
Here's the antennas I'm on.
The strongest signal in the band from USA. Hi. Beautiful copy. Works very fine. The set. Okay, thank you for this report. It's your contact 73.
Okay, 7-3, Sugar Queen 3, November Queen Lima. Appreciate the kind words. 73 from New York. Bye-bye.
Thank you for contact. Bye.
9 America 3, November, Mexico.
9 America 3, November, Mexico. Booming, 59 plus. Over.
Roger, Ray, nice to hear you. 59 plus, too. Actually, there is a reason I call you. I'm not sure about my QSO on 160 with you when you were in the Fox Juliet. Is there any on my log so I can check my QSO?
I think I downloaded the log the other day. I will check. I haven't uploaded to Logbook of the World yet. I plan on doing that tomorrow. I plan on uploading to Logbook of the World tomorrow, but I can check. Let me make a note here, and I can check in a little bit to see if we're in the log. QSL?
Yeah, Roger, okay, Ray. I am not a member of LOTW. Should I send you an email? Is there an email address on QRZ.com okay for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Send me an email, and that'll give me a memory to look. I have the log. I actually put the log here on this particular PC, but it's not connected with the logging software. I just put it into the certain file so I can upload to Logbook of the World. But if you're in the log, we QSL, no problem.
Yeah, Roger. It was a new country for me, and there was a rather high QSB. You were 559 to down to 0, so it was not easy for me to work you. But I have a pretty much good station here, and I was sure I heard my QSO okay, but not sure 100%. So that's the reason I asked you. So I will send you a short email with the notes, just to remind you. Thank you, 73. Enjoy the Sunday and enjoy the European pilot. You were loud as always. W2RE 9 Alpha 3 Norway Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, just refresh me on the memory on the name. And I actually have the laptop that I used down there in Fox, Japan. So I'll take a look at the laptop, and I still have N1MM still on that computer, so I could easily check. Like I said, I haven't uploaded to Logbook of the World yet because I'm waiting for the permission from LOTW to upload. So it's probably going to happen tomorrow or Tuesday. And all QSL cards will be answered either Logbook of the World or directly to my QRZ page. QSL?
Roger. Okay, if it's, by the way, name is Sasha. Sugar Alpha, Sugar Henry Alpha. Sasha is the name. If my QSL is okay, I need a paper QSL because I am not member of LOTW. So the best way is then direct, I believe. Anyway, I will do that, but need to check for sure, just not to waste the postage and waste the time for you and for me, if I am not in the log. So take care, my friend. Thank you for all. I will email you just now in a couple of minutes. See you. W2RE 9 Alpha 3 Norway Mike.
Yeah, okay, no problem, Sasha. No problem. I actually have QSL cards for the expedition. I did Fox Japan. I don't know, 3 years ago. I've been to Fox Japan 3 times now, and I still have QSL cards from the other the expeditions that I still have that I can send out. But I'm going to upload to Logbook of the World. I've been getting a lot of QSL requests. I've been just waiting for LOTW to give me the permission with the certificate. And I haven't put anything on my QRZ page just yet because I'm just stupid and I forget. You know, so many things going on here. I just can't remember everything. My memory bad. I can't remember too many things. That's why I always tell people, send me email, make me remember, refresh my memory. Because what you tell me right now in 10 minutes, I'm not going to remember, Sasha. 9 Alpha 3, November Mike. Catch you later. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Roger, Ray, no problem. You know, it's not only on your side, it's my bad memory too. So if I not do it right now, I forget. And then someday I will look in my log and see, oh my God, Fox Julius stroke W2RE, I did not send email.
That's great,
so
Peter.
I need to do it right now. If I don't do it, I will forget. So that's, I believe, going with the HSHI. See you, my friend. Very good signal, like always. Appreciate the QSL and appreciate the XQ. Good luck. Enjoy the pileup.
Yeah, okay, very good, Sasha. By the way, I've been operating from Croatia recently. A lot of fun operating out of Europe. I've been operating the 9 Alpha 1 Tango Tango station. Propagation's good from Croatia. And that's a pretty good station. 73, take care.
Yeah, I know, Richard. I am 50 kilometers from Richard, about 20 miles from each station where he is building, actually, the station, not so far away from my side. I am a bit to the south, to the Bosnia, but actually right now operating from Radio Club contest location 9 Alpha 5 Yankee Ray. So I know Richard too, so I know you were, I seen on the DX cluster 9 Alpha Stoke W2RE, so I was curious where you are, then I found out that you were at the Richard place. So next time, maybe if you're going to be there, we can arrange some meeting. Western Country, see you further down the long. W2RE 983NM.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, I'm sure at some point, sometime in the near future, we'll be in Croatia. I'd like to see Richard's station at some point, and when we get to Europe, we're definitely gonna get to Croatia. And I'll have Richard set up whoever friends that he wants me to meet up with. I'll be more than happy to do that. And good to hear you, and I'll check on the log later on today if you're in the log there from Fox Japan. 73, take care. 9 Alpha 3, November, Mexico. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. 73.
73, Ray. Enjoy the Sunday. Bye-bye.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye. This is Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, today in the state of New York, QRZ. The Yankee Bravo, what's your call?
Okay, Ray, the call, Mexico, Italy, 0, Yankee Bravo Hotel, QSL.
Okay, Mike Italy 0, Yankee Bravo Hotel. Good to hear you from New York today. Sounding good. 5 and 9, 59. QSL?
QSL, Ray. Yeah, you're the same here. 5-9, picking 10 over. Time's a nice signal. I hope all's well on your side. Certainly sounding good, and keep up the good work. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Thanks for the kind words. Everything's good. Having fun here operating from New York today. My good friend Crossy, K1 Lima Zulu, is operating from the main station today, so we pick a different site. We pick a different site to operate. Good to hear you. Thanks for calling in. Mike India 0, Yankee Bravo Hotel, 59 as usual from the state of New York. Over.
Okay, no bother at all. Thanks for picking up the
Northern
call.
Ireland.
Absolutely fantastic work. Super signal as always. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. Take care. W2RE, MI0YD off and care.
Okay, 7-3. Take care. Bye-bye. My call sign is Whiskey 2, Romeo Echo. The QRM is killing me. I just turned down the volume here. I don't get that same QRM in Maine. But here in New York, it's a little bit more difficult to get through to Europe. Even with 6/6. You know what I feel like operating 6/6 from New York compared to Maine? I feel like I'm on a dipole. I really do. I feel like I'm on a dipole when I'm operating from New York, even though it's 6/6. And here's the picture. I don't know why I keep bringing that one up. Here it is. 6/6. I'm operating this system right here. And I feel like I'm on a dipole compared to Maine. It's pretty funny. I don't feel as strong from New York as I do from Maine. But everybody's been giving me a good signal, so it can't be too weak. But the QRM has been killing me here this morning. So I see Connor just put in there the new group we have. So we created a private group. A private group. We don't even want to make it public. If we make it public, anybody can jump in there and put anything in there. We made it a private group because that's a group for us. Those of you who are watching us, it's going to be a private group for us. And the reason why it's private, because we're going to share information on what we want to see in the show. We're also going to share information about the kind of antennas you're using. I want pictures. I want video. I want anything you want to say. Put it into this private group. Connor just put the link in there. Click on it. I think you have to go through the process where we approve you. Already, we're getting some incredible feedback on that private group. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Let me get to that private group. I've got to go over here to Remote Ham Radio. Give me a second here. Let me close these down here. So here's groups. On the left-hand side, we connect to groups. It says group by this page. I'm just going to click on it. There's already one post needs approval. 2 people want to join the group. And there's some cool stuff that was posted yesterday to our private group. The people here that are watching. Yes, James, I'll approve you any moment. And in this private group, we're sharing our experiences. Repe sent a video yesterday. LA2PIA sent a video of the new Chinese radio he's using. He sent it. We want to be, this is like a big family. Here, Milko sent a radio, an old Drake. Let me bring up the picture. TR4310. Look how beautiful that radio looks. He also put some pictures over here. Here's another picture. Look at this, all the old gear. Our private group is pretty good. It just started, and we already got a bunch of posts in here. Here's Connor. Jokum sent a video yesterday of the signal. Here's Echo Alpha 7, Oscar Hotel 3, Echo Lima Bravo. He sent a picture of his antenna system. Sammy, thanks for sending that. Here's Repe. Look at the big smile on his face. He's got his the radio on. He's got his headphones on. And watch, you'll see he's got his RHR cup. So join our private Facebook page. You're going to have a lot of interesting information in there. We're not opening this to the public. This is private. This is private between the show and the people watching the show. You don't have to join. Nobody's being forced to join. But if you want to be part of the group here, what I'm going to do is, on a typical show, I'm going to pull one or two of these things out of here. I'm going to put it on the show and say, hey, this is what this person's doing. This person's running a Drake TR7 whatever. Repe already posted his picture of him with the RHR cup on the top of his radio. This is all cool stuff. We're becoming a big family here. Whatever you want to talk about in this private group, talk about it. Nothing political, though. Don't be putting anything in there about politics. We're not gonna be for that. But if you want to talk about your radio club, or you want to talk about anything you want to talk about, or you want to talk about, how to construct an antenna, put it in there. We got plenty of good people that are going to respond to you. I see these public forums on Facebook. It's a mess. Here, there's going to be a private group, and Connor just put it in the chat window here. So all you do is click on it, and then we just have to approve you. And once you're approved, you can come in here and see what people from this show are posting. Because, quite honest, nobody's even going to know that we have a private group unless you're watching the show. So we know everything that's being posted in here is coming from people from the show. And you can say whatever you want. You can talk about whatever you want once you're approved. If you took a video of our signal today and you want to post it in there, post it. If I worked you today, or if I didn't work you today and you want to put your antenna in there, post it. Let the other members see what you're doing in ham radio. It's really cool stuff. It's really cool stuff when you come down to it. And Bobby set this up. It was Bobby's idea. So you know what? Maybe we should have a little private group for the people that watch the show. Maybe they'd be interested in that. So it's in the chat window here. Connor came in from Facebook and posted it. Go to it and approve it. And we'll approve it. I'm sorry. No problem. Also, before I check out of here, I don't know why I keep bringing that picture up of Lori painting. Let me see if I can get to the right link here. Just want to talk about this one more time. This is really important to me. The merchandise store. It's right here on our website. Ship worldwide. All the proceeds from the merchandise store go to our youth program. Here's Marty, KC1CWF. A little younger. I don't know, that photo was maybe from 5 years ago when he joined the RHR program. He's a brilliant young kid. Not even I have to call him a young man now. He's on the program. Granted, he's got a good station at home, and he does multi-ops from other stations. He did a single op. Did a single op in the ARRL DX low power, and he won. So Marty's part of the program. He's been on it for 5 years. And sometimes he could be a big pain, but we would never kick him off. Good kid. So anyway, what I'm saying is, our merchandise store. And again, nobody's forced to buy any of this stuff. But I'm just bringing it up once again. Those who watch the show. Anything you purchase here, shipped worldwide, given back to the best, in my opinion. Some may have their own opinion. But in my opinion, it's the best youth program in the USA. I wish I could say in the world, but I can't say in the world. So I'm going to say in the USA. We have a great youth program. And we're just 4 guys here. Nobody here at Remote Ham Radio is becoming rich. It costs a lot of money to build these stations. We would never recoup. We can't recoup. It's almost impossible to recoup what we invested. Pretty simple. What we've invested in these stations, we really can't recoup. The only thing is we have value in the real estate. Few people ask me, how do you make money? You don't. We don't make money. I mean, we make money just to keep things flowing. Nobody gets rich here. So the store, the merchandise store, is a way to help us to continue to push this youth program. Again, I wish I could do it worldwide. I wish I could do it in the United Kingdom. We can't because of the license structuring. If a young man in the United Kingdom could operate our stations remote, and he's 25 years or younger, we'd let him in the door. But it all comes down to license, the way it's constructed. You have to be physically in the United States to operate under SEPT remote. Before that, it was not a problem. But now, and listen, there's no official ruling on this from the FCC, other than we're just taking the high road here. We don't want to take any chances. So our youth program is funded. Well, it's been funded all along by us, but we're getting a lot of interest in our youth program. Just yesterday, like I said, we had a new youth join the ranks. Kilo Mike 4, Sugar India, Mason out of North Carolina. And he's going to be using, I can already tell he's going to be hooked. Until at least he gets his radio repaired. So, if you can help us out, great. If you don't, that's okay too. At least join our private Remote Ham Radio page and we can discuss cool stuff that's going on in the hobby. So right now, there's 1 post needs approval. 2 people want to join the group. So please join the group and we'll discuss anything you want. And here, Rep A just put another picture in here. Rep A loves the new group. He's got his Heath kit going on there. So this is all fun stuff. All fun stuff. So hope you enjoy the show. We'll get in here. Hopefully, if I'm not too much deep into the painting today, maybe we'll get in here a little bit later and maybe do some. Maybe we'll run some JAs or something. Oh, that's great, Dawn. You were just approved. That's fantastic. And we'll talk about anything you want to talk about. I want everybody here. This is a big family here. Everybody in here in chat. You're just a small little percentage of the people in chat here. I see them. They're coming in from Facebook. They're coming in from Twitch. They're coming in from YouTube. Ham Radio Central just said, love what you're doing, Ray. I love doing it. The only thing I'm uncertain about, how am I going to do this in the summertime when I'm out there in the field? I guess I'm going to have my camera. I mean, would anybody want to watch me with a helmet on, with my GoPro attached to it, and working in the field and live streaming it? I don't know. Maybe people would want to watch that. You'll see me doing a lot of cursing. I can tell you that. I don't know if that would make for good TV. When we're working out there in the field, things sometimes don't go right. Most of the time, it's a struggle Every tower install is different. Everyone has its own problems. So maybe that's what we're going to do in the summertime. Maybe we're going to put a GoPro, strap it to the helmet, and while we're climbing, we're filming. While we're working antennas, we're filming. While we're digging holes with the backhoe. Yeah, so M7WOB. Paul just said you'd love to see the antenna work. Absolutely, we'll do that. But we see here we've already grown a pretty big audience in such a short period of time. We're showing you how to operate HF. We're showing you the big stations we operate from. We're showing you the remote technology. I mean, I got endless content. Maybe one day we'll break it down on how we built these remote stations. We got a lot of things we could talk about. We could talk about contesting. You know, you watch me operate a contest, but what it takes to build a contest station. Maybe I could show you all the switching and all the technology there is involved to get this all working. You know, maybe I could show you put a hardline connector. And there goes my timer. I just said disconnect me. So, again, we got the youth program. I keep on going back to that picture. And here's the station I just operated from. One more time here. So we got this great group, private group. You know, a private group is pretty good because everybody here that's watching the show is part of the private group. The naysayers are not going to be part of the private group. So we're going to have our own little say between us. Ham Radio Essential just asked how many kids are we going to pick for the contest. I haven't decided how many kids we're going to pick for the contest. If we're going to do a multi-multi, it's going to be at least 4 kids. Right now, the ones that I know that are part of the group is Alpha Alpha Ford Lima Sugar Charles, Kilo Mike 4 Sugar India India, Mason, and Tucker Whiskey 4 Fox Sugar. Lee and I have to discuss on how we're going to set it up with software. We may actually have the youth operate right from the RHR console and use the logger, the built-in logger, because we're just going to run. We're going to run. So, you know, we may not need. We're going to be pretty loud from Maine, so I think we're going to try to make this simple with the youth in the contest for WPX because they're one of the young youth here. Ham Radio Essentials just asked how many we're going to pick. I don't know how many numbers we're going to pick, but this is not going to be the only contest we're going to have youth involved. We're going to have a number of youths involved over time for the contesting. The one thing we have that nobody else has today, and I hope others follow the lead, that we can bring the best young youths in ham radio to operate with us in a contest. And the beauty is they don't have to travel. They don't have to travel to do it. How many youth can get on a plane, be away from home, and travel back to operate a multi-multi? Here, we make it simple. Open up your laptop. Open up your laptop and you're on the air. So, I may be getting off topic here, a little off focus here, but it's really important to me, the youth program. I just want to bring up the latest youth that just joined the ranks here for those who just tuned in. This is great. This is Kilo Mike 4, Sugar India India, Mason, out of Virginia. Sent me an email yesterday. How do I get part of the program? Instantly, I set him up. He was on the air last night. What does he do? He generates a pileup from Haiti. Get on from Haiti and generated a pileup. And I listened to him. I said, you know what? This guy's a good operator. I invited him instantly to the contest for WPX, and he accepted. So, really appreciate everybody getting in here today and watching the show. We're officially 2 hours in. Just like yesterday, we did a 2-hour show. I don't know how anybody's attention span could watch me for 2 hours. If you did, God bless you. But I expect people to pop in and out of here. And that's why sometimes I repeat myself. Because I don't know who watched the beginning and who watched the end. So I don't want anybody to miss out what we're doing. Especially with the youths and amateur radio. Thanks for watching today. We'll try to get in here later and try to run some JAs. Maybe from the West Coast. Maybe from Maine. It was fun everybody being part of the show. Anybody that's been asked to be part of the private group will be added. Thank you very much for calling in. 7-3 all from New York. This is Ray.